PONG is a personalized online nutrition guidance system that uses personal data, including optional genetic information, to determine the right kind of nutrition for your body. Then it helps you choose foods that meet your individualized nutritional needs. You can still benefit from the program if you don't provide your genetic information, because it can determine your individual nutrient needs based on age, sex, lifestyle habits, and more, based on the information you enter. In this tutorial, I will show you how to use this program to get personalized nutrient targets and create healthy meal plans that meet your targets. You will need to register before using the program by clicking on the Login or Register button. If you've already completed the registration process, sign in to access your account. When you log into the program, the home screen gives you three options. Let's look at Enter Your Info. You may have answered profile questions as part of the registration process. At any time, you can add or update your personal information or change your preferences, activity level, or weight target here. You can also add genetic information at any time. The more information you give, the more customized your recommendations. Let's take a look at a personalized nutrition report. This shows your personalized nutrient targets based on all the information you have provided, including genetics if available. The menu planning part of PONG uses these personalized targets. Now, let's begin meal planning. You want to start by getting some menu suggestions. Let's say you want to plan your meals for a specific date. Scroll over to the date that you want using the arrows, then click Choose Menu to get started. You will see a preset menu for the date selected. Each meal combination is rated in terms of how closely it meets your nutritional goals. A good combination is the best combination you want to strive to achieve. It is indicated by the green stripe that shows the score. A lower score is best. To save space on screen, between meal snacks are shown together with the preceding meal. So for example, you could have the apple or yogurt for a snack instead of with lunch. Use the arrow button to click through other preset menus until you see one that you want to choose or work with as a starting point. If you're mostly happy with it, select this menu to assign it to the specified date. You can make adjustments later on, but it is much easier if the bulk of the menu looks good to you, so you don't end up too far off track. After selecting a menu, you have the opportunity to modify it. Say this menu looks good, but you don't want to have that much milk for breakfast. You just need to go into Edit mode to make changes to the meal plan. Next, click the pencil icon to make changes to that food item. Have it make the portion smaller. Now this meal plan is not good enough, but that is perfectly fine at this stage of the game because you are still making changes. Maybe see if you can increase the amount of a dairy product later in the day to get back into your target ranges. Try making that portion larger. Great, now your score is back to the good range. In the Edit menu, I'll show you how you can also replace a menu item with a similar or entirely different item. Say you don't want trout for dinner. If you wanted to replace it with a different fish, you would choose Replace with Similar Item. If you want another entree, then pick Replace with Different Item. Let's try that. For this example, choose another meat or fish as your entree. Then, on the left, click the down arrow button to select what type of meat or protein food you want. Let's try chicken. Now you'll need to choose the type of chicken you will have. There are many items to choose here. It's an extensive list, but it's color-coded to indicate what your menu rating will be if you add the item. Green items at the top of the list will keep your menu excellent, and you can see as you scroll down, the color changes to indicate how the item will affect your overall menu. The rating is not for the particular item, but instead is an overall rating of the menu combination, if the item is included. If you continue to scroll down, you see items in orange and eventually red. These will fit poorly in your meal combination based on what you've saved already. It is best to choose items closer to the top of the list so you don't get too far off into a bad combination that you may not be able to find your way out of. So let's choose a grilled whole chicken breast, which should work well. Looks good. So now select this meal to save the changes you have made. You can see your meal plan still has a reasonably good score. You might notice that some items begin with the letters RCP to indicate that item is made from a recipe. If you want to see the recipe or nutritional composition of any food, click the Information button. This shows you the nutrition information for that item. If there is an associated recipe, click the fork and knife icon to link out to the recipe. As you can see, the process requires some patience and effort, and it's a bit like solving a puzzle. It may be easier to make small changes rather than to try to do too much at once. If you end up with a poor meal plan, it may be hard for you to climb back out to a good one. That's it for now. Thanks for listening, and good luck meal planning.